from university, a master's degree in business. It was 2022, and I was happy, proud, and relieved for this big achievement. In January of this year, 2025, I received an email from our government. It said that I had to start paying back to my student loan. 41,000. That was my student debt. 41,000 euros. And I remember thinking, okay, don't worry, don't panic. It's okay, because everybody has student debt, right? But deep down, I knew it wasn't fine, because it felt like a heavy burden on my shoulders. It felt like it was something I did myself. Fast forward to today, 10 months later, I'm standing here on this red circle on my way to being debt-free. And today I want to talk to you about the other side of the story. Not the side about where debt is shameful, but about the side that debt taught me how to use my money differently. When we talk about money, especially the normal side about money, we've been told, especially as young people, that money is something adults worry about later, or that budgeting is boring, or that money is maybe not so important. But let me tell you this. Money touches everything you do, whether that's buying a coffee with your friends, go abroad traveling, or maybe start your own business. Money is related to everything. And today, I want to show you the other side of my debt. Let me take you back to where it all started. So in 2022, I graduated with 41,000 of student debt. And at first, I ignored it. I ignored it, because who wants to look at that number all the time? And also important to know, the first 2 years after graduation, you don't have to pay back anything yet. But in January, I received an email. It's time to start paying back to your student loan. I logged into the website and I saw this number. And it was insanely high. But besides the number being super high, I also saw that the interest for the past 2 years had been racking up on the background. Let me tell you a bit more about my situation. I'm part of the so-called bad luck generation. This is a group of 8 students in the Netherlands, 8 years worth of students in the Netherlands that have been seriously disadvantaged by our government's policies. We didn't get a monthly allowance anymore. It was promised we could borrow against 0% interest. And if you want to buy a house, it wouldn't matter for your potential mortgage. Fast forward to today, the interest rates are already up to 2.95% already. I have to pay back for the next 35 years. And when I went to a mortgage advisor to maybe buy a house, my whole 41,000 euro of debt was totally deducted from my possible mortgage. Well, that was my wake-up call. I felt like, oh shit. I decided if I don't do something myself, nothing will change. I have to pay back until I'm 60 years old. I can't buy a house in the near future. And most importantly, regarding the debt, I calculated if I don't pay it back fast, I have to pay back an extra 20,000 euro of debt on top of my 41,000 student debt because of the interest on interest on interest principle. So that's a whopping 60,000 euros of interest in total. I said to myself, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And I want to show that we can transform the bad luck generation into the power generation. How, you might ask? First step 1, awareness. I started tracking every euro, every single one. And at first it was painful because I could see all my mindless expenses add up. This very nice matcha here that you see on the photo is only 6 euros. But if you get 3 a week, it's a quick 72 euros a month, just on matcha. And I guess girl math cannot help you there. So, you can change what you don't know, was what I thought to myself. Step 2, action. I created my Instagram account to motivate myself and others to pay back their student loan, because I knew I wasn't alone. I share everything, how much I make, how much I spend, and how many euros are left to pay back to my student debt. I quit costs. I stopped buying matchas every week. I make all of my food at home, so no eating out anymore or quick sandwiches on my way to work. And most importantly, I sold a lot of stuff that I don't use anymore. Clothes, shoes, still good quality, but I just didn't use it anymore. Also, I started to do side hustles. Most of my payback comes from my full-time salary. I have a full-time job now, but also on my free Fridays and Saturdays, I sometimes take shifts on events or festival to make some extra cash to pay back to my debt. All of these things combined made me see that my debt slowly started shrinking. And step 3, consistency. There were days that I wanted to give up or that I feel like, I want to go on a nice holiday or maybe get that much as still. But I keep reminding myself, every euro I save today is helping me achieve my goal. And that mindset changed everything to me. And now I might hear you think, why should I care? Or I don't even have that yet. Well, here's why. Because the way you think about money now will define every choice you will make later. And let me share 3 lessons I wish someone had told me at your age. Money is choices. Money is just a tool. It's not bad, it's not evil. A tool that you can take control with. Small steps will turn into great habits. It's not about earning a lot of income. It's about managing 10 euros. Because if you can manage 10 euros, you can manage 1,000. And these small habits, like I did with the matcha, will end up in great results. And yeah, you might overspend, you might buy something you don't need, or something that costs way too much money. But in the end, it's not about perfection, it's about awareness. And step 3, rewrite your story. It's never too late to rewrite your story. Maybe you might think, um, getting rich is not for me, or I'm just bad with money, or money is difficult. It's never too late to rewrite the story. Because when I decided to rewrite mine, I saw my debt getting less. After 4 months of full dedication, budgeting, side hustling, and paying back every euro I have left, I paid back 12,000 euros already in the last 4.5 months. Thank you. And the fact that my debt is 29,000 euros is unbelievable. The fact that my debt starts with a 2 now instead of a 4 is unbelievable to me. And that shows that change is possible. And if there's something you can take from my talk today with you, is that it's never too late to rewrite your own money story. Just spend a little bit less on things that don't really matter, so you can save up for things that actually really do. And if you're struggling with that, just remember that doesn't define you. It's just a chapter and not your whole story. In the beginning of this year, I was Danielle, 25 years old, with 41,000 of student debt. And in 2 years' time, I'll be Danielle, 27 years old, and for the rest of my life, debt-free. Thank you.